the Comic PM.
What is up, besties? It is your girl Karmic, back to you again with another video, and this time I decided to blend two readings because I love you guys and I'm super grateful to have you here, so why not put two readings in one? But I wanted to take a look at what happened with the whole Brangelina, Jennifer Aniston triangle at the end of the relationship. Like, what really went down? How did it happen? How did Jennifer feel? How did Angelina feel? How did Brad feel? Blah, blah, blah. And then in the second half, I took a look at why is there divorce dragging on? Because I've had a lot of people make that comment in my community posts, and I never really felt the need to look at it, but then I felt called to add that to this reading. So we got a double reading today. We got the breakdown of Jennifer Aniston and Brad and how Angelina, you know, infiltrated, I guess. And then in the second half, we got why is that divorce taking forever? Where's Brad's head at when it comes to Angelina and vice versa? So as always, these readings are alleged and for entertainment purposes only, besties. There are zero facts here. She couldn't possibly know what she's talking about. She's just talking to the dead. How could she know, right? Exactly. But that being said, thank you guys so much for watching my videos. Thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. Thank you so much to everybody that's subscribed. I love reading your guys' comments. I love you guys so much when you say bestie back to me in the comments. Like, that shit warms my fucking heart. You have no idea, because I really just want to create a place where everybody can feel like, you know, they're a part of something. I don't support negativity on this page. I understand that negativity has a purpose, but it doesn't need to be on this page. We used to live in a society where we could agree to disagree, and that was the end of it, but social media has just made people a little crazy. And I hope to make a place where we can all feel like we can question the world around us and question things, and it doesn't have to be that deep as like, you're offending me and we're attacking them, and it's not that deep, y'all. But that being said, yeah, that's pretty much it. You guys can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. All the links are down below. If you want to book a personal reading with me, same links. Also my email, but just letting you guys know there's over a week wait. So if you want to get a reading, the sooner you reach out to me, the better in terms of getting it quicker. I'm only one person. There's only so much I can do. And to those still waiting, I haven't forgotten you. Feel free to reach out if you need to. Just double check, but I have not forgotten you. I'd rather you get an amazing reading than get it on time if I'm drained, especially with this full moon. So if you guys are drained and you're seeing this today, don't forget we got a full moon going on right now. But without further ado, I think I've covered everything. Subscribe if you haven't already. I really would love to have you guys here. I like to think of this as my own little place for the misfits and the people that really care about what's going on with the world and how we can add to it in a better way. So yeah, without further ado, I hope that you guys enjoy this double reading. Let me know what you guys want in future videos on the community posts where I put polls every damn day or when I can. And as always, let's get into it. Okay, besties, so let's find out the age-old question of what really happened between Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston. I mean, I think we all got an idea, but let's see the deep down, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only. Okay. You know what I'm hearing is the song, It's Just a Little Too Late, a Little Too Long, and I Can't Wait. You know all the right things to say. You know it's just a little too late. So with that Five of Wands in reverse, followed by the Emperor, followed by the Ten of Cups in reverse. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song, can you look me in the eye and tell me that you're happy now? So I almost like, in my mind's eye, I see Jennifer Aniston being more pissed than she is sad. Like, obviously she's going to be sad too. Like, they were like the it couple. But it's giving me the vibe of like, other people have been warning me. You've been acting weird on set. I kind of intuitively know. I also know how you move. You know what's funny is he's a Sag, but he kind of gives Leo vibes. Granted, like, I've met a lot of Sagittariuses that really just don't like conflict and don't like to be in the spotlight. They're more like peace and love type people. This is giving me the vibe of like love being in the spotlight, love conflict, love when women fight over me. I feel like Brad Pitt's got like You know what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is like the douchebag with the popped collar at the college sorority party. Like that's how I would describe Brad Pitt's energy. And especially with him showing up as the emperor, I feel like he's got a grandiose sense of self. That's what I'm hearing. He's got like I'm going to be hot no matter what. I mean, we see this with all the celebrities. It's like they're bred in their own little fucking world. But with that Five of Wands in the reverse, it's giving me like people have been telling me for a while. I didn't want to believe it at first, but it's kind of hard to deny. And my happily ever after, my belief that we're going to be something is not really worth my peace of mind. So I feel like Jennifer was just kind of at a place where it's like, yeah, maybe I love you, but not enough to make myself look stupid. Does that make sense? Like, I'm kind of shocked because, you know, and I'm not trying to drag Beyonce, but girl, like, when your man cheats on you, you don't write a song about it. You leave and then you write a song about it. You know what I mean? Whereas Jenn, I feel like she was in this headspace of like, I'm not going to beat her. I don't mean physically. I mean, like, you know, the whole, like, you can't beat him, join him. It's kind of like, I'm not going to win this war. I can see the chemistry for myself. I was trying to deny it, and there's just no use. Like, you're full of yourself. I'm tired of you being full of yourself. I'm tired of you not appreciating me. I'm tired of you taking advantage of me. Also, the fact that she's an Aquarius, not that I'm, you know, some people fit the highs and the lows of each sign. I can fit the evolved and unevolved. I'm a Leo. Like, people love shit talking Leos, and I've seen the unevolved ones. That being said, I feel like she's got this kind of this mentality where it's like when I've decided that something's over, I cut emotion from it. Very much giving me like an Aquarius ex I knew that would block me before he would deal with his shit. So I feel like she like mentally shut down. She was just like, you're a dick. You feel like you're hot shit. I can't deny the voices that everybody's the whispers that everybody's telling me. I know that this is true. You fucked up our happily ever after. It's kind of giving me the vibe of, yeah, because I'm hearing the song No Tears Left to Cry, but it's like, I'm not going to, I'm seeing like I Won't Cry for You from my Dark Mirror deck. It's like, our family's ruined. I know that, but I'm going to hold my head strong and I'm going to pretend I'm okay, even though I'm not, because the last thing I'm going to let you do is let you see me sweat. So, like, if she did any interviews or anything where she was like, I'm sad, like, that was more for, like after the storm, but like I feel like during it was like, you're not going to see me cry. Like, that's kind of the vibe, which is really sad, to be honest with you. Yeah, I feel like they had a conversation at first where it was like, listen, like, it's hard for me to sit here and deny that you're not the way that, this is sad, honestly, you're not like that with me. It's hard to deny the chemistry that you two have. When you're with me, you're like, blah. It's almost giving me the vibe of like, you know, you got too comfortable. Yeah, I'm hearing the song Don't You Ever Get Too Comfortable. I feel like he got comfortable with Jenn, and I think we can all agree, as much as like me having grown up with Friends, like I was emotionally invested in this. Now I'm not. But Angelina Jolie, she's got that kind of like ethereal beauty where Jennifer Aniston has like girl next door beauty, and I feel like Jennifer felt like it wasn't a competition. It was like, I'm not going to win this one. Like, I can't compete with Angelina Jolie. I feel like this was one of the first times where Jennifer Aniston actually got humbled, because it was like, I know that you're going to choose her, so let me make that choice for you. Like, this is actually kind of sad a little bit, I'm not going to lie, but it's like, this is so sad. It's like, you don't look at me the way you look at her. You're not sexually charged with me the way that you are with her. And it's funny because we'll look at it, but didn't Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt like have a really disastrous split up? That's the thing, right? When our chemistry is so hot and intense, usually that burns hot, but it burns out. And I feel like Brad and Jenn, they had more of like a normal connection, like let's build together, let's think about the future. Whereas Angelina just felt like, you know how people, when they're really not that happy in their marriage, they have like if I could, I would sleep with these celebrities list, and like they think it'd be amazing, but in reality, like you'd probably want to go home to your wife eventually. Like, you know what I mean? Angelina had this like come to me kind of like, it's giving me like mermaid about to try and siren a man in so that I could bring you to your death. Like, Jenn felt like she had no shot. So it was just kind of like, why don't I just admit what's in front of my face so that I don't have like, I'm seeing like egg on my face, so I don't have egg on my face. This is sad. Yeah, it's like I see you guys working together. I can see the chemistry. You don't act that way towards me. I'm not stupid, so let's call a spade a spade. Like, that's literally the vibe of this. Honestly, like, I was kind of hoping she'd be a bitch or something, but this feels more like matter of fact. I mean, with an Aquarius, if you're evolved, you're going to think more matter of fact. Like, this is what it is. I'm not going to sit here and lie to myself. I don't need you, you know. I don't know if he necessarily cheated. I feel like she already knew something was up. Like, she could tell. I mean, you're making out and doing that shit on set. So, like, I'm sure they agree to that stuff because you have to in order to be with someone like that. But I feel like she could tell that it wasn't. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song, it's just a little crush, not like I faint every time we touch. I think when you're in the industry, you can tell between, like, your spouse is kissing someone because they're getting paid to versus like they're kissing someone because they're getting paid to and they enjoy the fuck out of it. Like, it was, I feel like anybody that was part of the cast while they were watching this film knew that like the sexual chemistry was like out of this world. Like, Jenn just couldn't deny it. And she, yeah, because I'm hearing the song, y'all can't deny it. I'm a fucking rider. You don't want to fuck with me. Yeah, I just think what I'm seeing in my mind is like, there's no point in fighting. I'm not going to win. Like, it's sad, honestly. Anyway, yeah, the Fool in reverse. I'm not naive. Does Brad have a tendency to either have like a wandering eye? Maybe he has some Aries placements. Wouldn't shock me if he had Aries placements, or like Venus in Aries wouldn't shock me either. It's just like, ooh, shiny syndrome. But again, with celebrities, it's not shocking in general. But I feel like either Jen's been cheated on in the past, or she's in the industry. It doesn't shock me. Unpleasant memories from the past. Things have happened to me before. I don't want to be naive to it. This time, I'm not being naive. You know what I mean? Like, I'm being drawn to how this guy is like, oh, it's a woman. That's probably why I'm drawn to it. I never noticed that. It's a woman that's like, I have a choice to make. And I feel like for her, it was like, either way, I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to still continue to be a celebrity. I'm still going to have, like, look at how it says priorities on there. It's like, I know that I'm going to be okay. This hurts, but I have to think logically because shit has happened to me in the past, and I'll be damned if I make the same mistakes. Like, notice how the Emperor is right above the Six of Cups in reverse. So it's like unpleasant memories involving men. So she could even have a father wound with that Emperor there. But it's like, I just keep hearing Britney Spears' song, I'm Not That Innocent. But it's more like, oops, I did it again, in terms of like dating a guy that I put on a pedestal that didn't deserve the pedestal. I wonder if, because I'm almost seeing like her looking over his shoulder and like seeing text. So I wonder if like, I feel like he has a wandering eye. It's giving ooh shiny syndrome. Like, I don't think he's ever been happy with what he has. I mean, are we shocked that a celebrity's not happy with what they have? I mean, that's just saying like the sun rises each morning. Duh. Like, you know what I mean? But I feel like he says a lot, and he's not going to back it up with anything because he's got the unevolved energy of a Sag, where it's like, I like the idea of love, but when it comes time to actually get legit, it's like, but what if there's better? You know what I mean? Like, I'm hearing this quote that I actually really love, but it's being used in a negative way for this, where it's like, what if I have something great, but it's not as great as something greater? He's got like, grass is greener on the other side mentality. Like, no matter what I settle for, I mean, this is why he's not with Angelina Jolie anymore, probably. We'll look at it. But it's kind of that vibe of like, what if I'm settling? What if there's better out there? He's just got like wandering eye. It's giving Aries. It would not shock me if he has an Aries placement, Venus in Aries, Mars in Aries even. But, or maybe he doesn't. Maybe he just shows up as the Emperor because he's got, you know, daddy vibes. Like, I don't know. But I feel like Jennifer, because I'm hearing the song, heard it all before, but your lies ain't working now. Look who's hurting now. So maybe he's like played her in the past, and this time it was like, you know what? At least I'll get the upper hand by like leaving you first. I feel like she was the one that was just like, you know what? I see it for what it is. Instead of playing stupid, I'm just going to let you go, let God. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the vibe. And it's weird because like I'm in the energy of Jenn, and it's like, I have emotions, but I don't got time for emotions right now. Like, the Hierophant's about relationships, so it's not really shocking. And I also feel like, because I've never been drawn to the Monk before on this card, I feel like she was kind of in a place where it's like, I need to like reassess what matters to me, because I don't want this to happen again. So I don't really remember who she's dating right now or if she is, but I feel like, yeah, because I'm hearing the song No More, Baby, I'ma Do Right. So maybe that was just her feelings towards Brad, where it's just like, I'm not going to date these F-boys anymore. Like, that's kind of the vibe. It's like, has she been cheated on before this? Like, I can't think of any of her dating history. I'm sorry. Or after Brad kind of energy. But there's just something here where it's like, I have an idea of what love should be. This is not what love should be. So I'm going to get the fuck out. And I'm going to reevaluate what maybe I'm doing wrong, which is very healthy. I don't really see that in celebrities. But it's like, I'm going to reevaluate what I'm doing wrong. I'm going to reevaluate, like, what. It's giving me the vibe of, like, you know, when you constantly attract cheaters and finally you stop dating and you're like, what is it about me that's making me attract cheaters? Where am I being disrespectful to myself so that I can stop attracting cheaters? Like, that's kind of the vibe. I feel like in this moment, it really kind of humbled her in a way of, like, I don't ever want to experience this again. I feel like it really, really hurt her, but I don't know all of her signs, but at least with this Aquarius, it's like I need to intellectualize. I feel like I butchered that word. Forgive me. I'm on like my second soda, and I don't even drink soda, so that should tell you something. This full moon, y'all. But anyway, it's giving me the vibe of like, because I'm hearing the song, If That Boy Don't Love You By Now, He Will Never Love You. So I feel like they had issues prior to this, and this was just kind of like the straw. You know what I mean? And I feel like Jennifer just intellectualizes her emotions and it's like, well, this isn't going to work. I need to let this go. I need to be smart moving forward. And here's the thing. Like, I understand not wanting to get cheated on, but you can't intellectualize your way out of not getting cheated on. You have to realize what you're doing that attracts that type of energy. And usually it's disrespect of the self, you know? Where are you sleeping on your boundaries? Do you give someone more than one chance? Because for me, it's like, I wouldn't do that to you. So after one chance, you're out. You know what I mean? And I feel like with her, it's like I've repeated this over and over and over again. I don't want to do that anymore. Yeah, justice in the reverse. I don't want to do this anymore. It's not fair when I always get screwed. I always get the shit end of the stick. I don't know if that's just with Brad. Like I said, I don't know her past relationships. But at least with this one, it was like, this isn't fair. I don't want things to be like this anymore. Like that Ace of Swords, even though Justice card is reversed, that Ace of Swords is upright, which means I'm cutting you off anyway. I don't give a fuck. Like, that's kind of the vibe. Honestly, the Matthew Perry reading made me not really like Jennifer Aniston, but in terms of how she handles relationships, I get it. It honestly, it's reminding me of an Aquarius. I know that when he can't handle shit, he just blocks people. It's kind of giving that vibe, like, well, whatever, bye. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of that, but I don't know if she deals with that, how she feels. Yeah, dose of realism. This is a burden. Honestly, I almost wonder if it kind of feels like he not shoved it in her face, but it's kind of giving me the vibe of like I'm seeing a little kid in my mind's eye that's like, ha, 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 na, 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 boo, boo. So maybe he's the type to pin women against each other. So like maybe before it became anything sexual, I definitely feel like there was an overlap for sure. But I do feel like he would be like, look at the chemistry between us during this scene. Like, I feel like he likes to make women jealous. I feel like this dude's low-key dead inside, and so he thrives from like drama. It's like, it gives me the vibe of somebody who, like, can't be comfortable unless there's chaos around. I mean, not shocking when we're reading celebrities because they've never understood what peace is. But it's giving me the vibe of, like, I'm going to make you jealous because it gives me some sort of, like, weird, fucked up enjoyment. Like, I'm being drawn to that apple, which is remind me of Adam and Eve. And it's like, I'm going to give you this poison apple because I love seeing how it affects you. You know what I mean? I also feel with all of these cups, because I was drawn to use this deck today, that maybe Jenn kind of, like, leaned on, it could be just wine, you know what I mean? But she might have leaned on substances during this time because I almost see her like watching her marriage, or I don't know if they were married, I forget. I'm pretty sure they were though. But I almost see her like watching the marriage fall apart slowly, and it's kind of giving me the vibe of like, it's only a matter of time. Like, I'm just kind of waiting for it to happen. I also want to point out that as I'm channeling, I cannot stop moving my body, and I never believe in coincidences. So I feel like either she was trying to keep herself busy to avoid what was going on, or it's just like I'm squirming and I'm out of my comfort because I know. Like with that 10 of Wands, it's like, I know what's going on. I'm not stupid. I know the difference between, like, it's giving me there's this movie, I don't remember which one it is, and if y'all feel like putting it in the comments because you know, feel free. But there's this movie where Actually, I believe it's an episode of Friends, go figure, where he's like, you can tell if they have chemistry or not, because if they do have chemistry, they act a certain way during the scene or whatever. And I feel like Jenn knows that that's something that happens in this arena, for lack of a better term. Sorry, channel, no words. But it's like, I can almost see her watching the movie being made and being like, I'm about to lose my man to this bitch. Like, that's kind of the vibe. It's like, I know it's coming before it's even happened. I'm just kind of waiting for it. It's like, I already got the evil apple. I'm eating it. I see what's happening. I know that this is only a matter of time before I lose him. But again, because Jennifer's got such a, it's like, honestly, I get this because I'm a Gemini moon and it's something I still work on to this day, but she intellectualizes her emotions. It's like, she doesn't let the sadness get the best of her. It's like, it's just matter of fact, like, okay, I can see the chemistry between you two. I'm not dumb. I can tell that this relationship is probably on its way out. I'm not dumb. How do I get out of here without looking foolish? Yeah, because I'm hearing the song Foolish by Ashanti, where it's like, I can't keep running back to you. So I feel like they've had problems in the past. This is not the first time. It's just like, you know what I'm seeing is like odd touche. Like this chick is next level. It's not, I don't have a chance. Like, that's kind of the vibe here. It's like, I'm girl next door. You're a mermaid siren. I'm not going to win. So like that, it's kind of sad, but it's just to see her perspective. Like, I'm even being drawn to, the movie Bruce Almighty, where, because she's in it, where he goes up to her window and she's like, please God, I love him, but I don't want to love him anymore. So do I think she was sad? Yes. But I also feel like with that scene, she wouldn't want anybody to know. It's like, got to keep my head held high. My pride matters above all else. So if she was just like, if this split up, because I don't remember, it's been a long time. I just looked up their zodiac signs. But if this split up, like, in the beginning, she was just like, yeah, like, this is over, and like didn't, like drag his name all over social media. It's because she intellectualizes her emotions, probably shoves them down with drinking, to be honest with you. But I feel like it takes a while for her to be like, wait a second. Oh shit, I'm sad. Because it's just like, I get this as a Gemini moon. I hope if there's any people here with air signs in their big three, you've got to understand this, where like you're hurt and it's all mental first. Like, how dare you cheat on me? How dare you do this? But it's like when the dust settles, that's when it's like, oh shit, that actually hurt me. Because I'm too busy thinking 5 steps ahead, thinking what happens next, thinking about how you could do that, trying to intellectualize. So eventually it's like you hit the stage of grief, of sadness after. It's kind of like shock, I guess, would be the way to describe it, but all mental stimulant. King of Wands. Oh, that's him. Not hidden. Yeah, it feels like it's like I'm throwing in the... you know what this is like? Like, okay, how do I explain this, Spirit? Say you're in a relationship, right? And you're... We're just going to make this... Listen, I'm in the... Oh my God. I'm in the rainbow too, but I'm making it for most people. All right. We're not most, so let's get over it. So fit the genders as it works for you. But say you're in a relationship with a man and you're a woman, right? And then somehow, like say you're at a club, right? And then your man, you know what this is? Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater. Ethan Slater, of course, left his wife because he had a shot with Ariana Grande. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the vibe here. It's like, Ethan Slater's Brad Pitt, and Ethan's baby mama is Jennifer Aniston, and Ariana Grande is Angelina Jolie. Does that make sense? It's like, she never had a chance. Back then, Angelina Jolie was like the hottest person ever, and Brad Pitt was so sexually charged by her that it's like, I can't even deny it. I'm defeated. I'm not going to win. Why try? Like, that's kind of the vibe. It's like, I'm not stupid. I mean, she's got an Aquarius son. Like, of course she's not dumb. You can think outside the box. You can realize that you're losing your man. And I feel like she already knew. It's kind of sad. Yeah, I think the only thing she was really worried about was finances and how that's going to go down. Yeah, it's like I can build up. So, you know what I'm hearing is the song I Can Do Bad All By Myself. So I feel like, again, it's giving me the unevolved section of Aquarius, where it's like, whatever, like I'll make something for myself and you'll realize, yeah, because I'm hearing the song where it's like, I promise you this, you're going to miss me. So I feel like she was just in that vengeful Aquarius mentality where it's like, I'm just going to make my money and focus on my money, and more opportunities will keep coming to me, and I'll keep being who I am because I am the chick. I'm the chick from Friends. Like, I'll always have opportunities. So fuck you. At least my bank is good. So I feel like she really never tapped into the pain that came with this, unless it gets deeper into the cards. King of Cups. You know what? Isn't there? I mean, we'll look into it later, but there was like allegations that he's angry and aggressive. I feel like he treated her like that too with that King of Cups. I feel like he was a bully towards her. So you know what I'm seeing is like movies where the guy gets stolen and the girl and her best friends are like, joke's on you, he was a piece of shit anyway. Like, that's kind of the vibe. It's like, okay, you want my man so bad? Like, little do you know, my man's a dick. Like, that's kind of the vibe. So I feel like there's part of Jennifer where it's like, how dare you? Like it's giving me like, how dare you not be a woman's woman? While at the same time being like, you have no idea what you just fucking signed up for. Joke's on you. He's a piece of shit anyway. Like, that's kind of the vibe. Yeah, it's like all he really cares about is fame. But he's emotionally a bully. He's emotionally abusive. So, joke's on you. Like, that's kind of the vibe. Yeah, the magician. He manipulates shit. It's like, wait, yeah, because I'm hearing Ariana where it's like, I got it, I want it. I want it, I got it. But that's from like the Brad Pitt energy. It's like he manifests whoever and whatever he wants, but he's a dick about it. Again, it's giving me I think I said this earlier where it's like, I don't appreciate what I have. He's constantly chasing something. All celebrities are doing this, to be honest with you. Most of them are. But he's constantly chasing something, the next high, because he doesn't really, it feels like he's just empty. I feel like this is why he's chaotic. We'll look in the other cards, but yeah, honestly, I'm kind of shocked with how this played out. I figured I'd see some sadness, whatever, but Jen's just kind of like, joke's on you, your problem now, you know, like that's the vibe. Yeah, Queen of Swords is like, good, bitch, bye. Like, I think the only thing she was concerned about was finances. And like the media too, like what are they going to say about me? Let's make sure we put out the proper PR. But I also feel like she knew that like Angelina Jolie was going to look like the bad guy anyway. So it's like, nah, maybe I'll make more money from this as well. Like, it's Aquarius if I've ever seen it. Yeah, I think her only real concern was like, all right, like, how are we going to split up the house, the money, whatever. Like, whatever they had between them, I think was her only real concern. Wow, I'm kind of shocked. Queen of Swords in reverse. She was just like, meh. And it's also giving me the vibe of like, go ahead and grip onto him, Angelina. Like, you can go ahead and be his lover. Like, you have no idea what you're getting yourself into. Like, it's just giving me the vibe of, like, someone who's been emotionally abused and their man gets taken, and then part of them's like, well, this sucks, but then the other part of them's like, fucking finally, bye. Like, that's the fucking vibe. Honestly, a little bit of respect. Okay, so I set the intention to make Jenn the Queen of Wands because they're both air signs, so this is Jenn. That also was Jenn because there was a message there, but then I also felt Angelina Jolie. Like I've said to y'all before, I read intuitively, so I know the definitions, but sometimes they get in my way. So if sometimes it's not fitting the definitions, it's because I'm seeing something else. Yeah, it's giving me like you won the battle, but you're not going to win the war. Does that make sense? Where it's like, I don't know if she played nice when this all went down. Like, maybe she didn't really go full force. Like, oh, he's such a fucking piece of shit. Like, it doesn't really give me that vibe. It's like, you leaving me for someone you work with is going to speak for itself. I'm going to sit here on my high horse. And, you know, I might throw a few digs, probably towards you directly. And when I get a chance, I'll probably do an interview or two and be like, yeah, how dare he, and blah, blah, blah. But in reality, it's like, joke's on you, joke's on the both of you. Like, that's kind of the vibe. Honestly, like, I mean, in the reading with Matthew Perry, I don't really like her as a person. But in terms of how she handled this, snaps, I guess, for the cool kids. She was just like, fuck you. Like, yeah, I'm hearing the song where it's like, fuck you and your mama, whatever the fuck that song is. Yeah, it's like biding time. I think, again, it's like the only thing that she was really worried about was like separation of assets and stuff. It's like, I don't really have to do much because the media is going to get you. because I'm hearing the song one way or another, I'm going to find you, I'm going to get you. So it's like, you may think that you've won the battle, but you're going to look like an asshole for the rest of your life. This is bad PR for you. You fucked up. Like, that's the vibe. It's like, you know what it reminds me of? Is like anybody that actually practices the right way to do spirituality, the karma is losing me. Like, that's the vibe. You know what I mean? I don't have to make your life hell. I don't have to do any of that. In fact, that'll cause me bad karma. The best karma I could give is to continue winning and let the media let the media destroy you. And Angelina will learn real fucking quick that you're not this great guy anyway because you're abusive. So LOL, joke's on you. Like, that's the vibe. Damn, okay. What's the back deck? Yeah, 6 of coins in reverse. It was never equal, so it's not like I lost anything. Four of swords, she's just chilling. I feel like you know what's giving me the vibe of? It's like, good, take my sloppy seconds. Like, that's the fucking vibe. I don't buy whatever the media said. If she was heartbroken, it was a move. If she didn't say anything, it was because she was like, fuck yeah. Like, look at this dude on this card. He's like, I'm hearing the song. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. It's like, thank you for taking the weight off my shoulders. I did not expect this. I felt like she was going to really hate Angelina, but in this reality, she knew there would be conflict. What's that got to do with, though? But it's the public opinion and stuff like that. I think she was worried about how the public was going to handle it with that judgment card, and it's like, but as long as I stay in my lane and I don't talk shit, I should be fine. Like, it's going to suck because, like, I don't have a +1. Like, it's going to suck that there's a third woman involved. Like, I don't want to look stupid, but at the same time, it's like, you took my sloppy seconds and joke's on you. Like, that's the vibe. All right. Like, this is why I don't want to put judgment on any of these people because, like, people are complex, but at least in this reading, Jennifer's just like, nah, like, that's the fucking vibe. Oh, I love that for her. So next, well, by now you'll know. So yeah, we're going to look at that. Okay, so next up we are going to look at why did they divorce and what is going on in the divorce. So as always, this is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. If you haven't liked this video, please give it a like already. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you here. And don't forget to vote on all community posts because that's how these videos happen. All right. Starting over. Yeah, that's not shocking. Okay, why? Who's scared? Why? Timing. They're definitely worried about the way things look. Because they both want this to be over. Because I'm hearing like the old me's dead and gone. With that sun card in reverse, that speaks volumes. They're not happy anymore. You know what it's reminding me of? Again, it's giving me Aries energy where like we burned hot and fast and then it burned out. And with that 8 of Swords, doesn't this kind of like have the jawline of like Angelina Jolie? It kind of reminds me of her. So it's like, I need to tell my truth. I need to get out of here. You've caused me a lot of pain and sadness. And in timing, you're going to get yours. Like, that's kind of the vibe of this. I feel like, you know what I'm hearing is like, Brad probably sold the fantasy. So it's kind of giving me the vibe of like, I'm being drawn to like when they were on set. And it's like, yeah, because I'm hearing the song where it's like, I can't write one song that's not about you. Hold on. Everything is nothing if I don't have you. So I feel like he's played mind games with her where it's like, yeah, because I'm hearing the song Don't Leave Me, Girl. So I feel like it's like, yeah, because I'm hearing Hot and Cold by Katy Perry again. It's like when he realizes he's going to lose something, that's when he puts in the effort. But I feel like with that 10 of Swords, like, it's too late. Like, it's definitely too late. He put her through hell. He never made her happy. And honestly, it feels like karma after I just read the whole Jennifer Aniston thing. I feel like he was very controlling, told her what to do, told her how to live her life. I almost wonder if... I don't know if it actually succeeded because I get this stronger energy from her, but it's kind of giving me the vibe of like telling her what to do, what roles she can and can't take. So maybe, because I'm being drawn to my reading with Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, where it's like I want her to be the stay-at-home mom and raise the kids and blah, 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 blah. So I feel like that's kind of how Brad saw things. He's got like, ironically, an old school mentality of like, you have the kids, you're supposed to stay home. Like, why do you need to be in the spotlight? Like, we've moved past that. You need to be a mom. And I feel like Angelina Jolie was like, excuse me, like I could be a working mom. And I feel like there was just a lot of you know what I'm hearing is the song, Be Careful What You Wish For, because you just might get it. It's like, here's the thing. Brad and Jenn, they kind of like understood each other. It's giving like best friends that became lovers. Not saying that they were actually healthy. I'm just saying, you know, like they're kind of on the same wavelength. Whereas he put Angelina Jolie on a pedestal. And so her mere existence is going to trigger him because he doesn't feel like he's enough. So it's like, I need to control the way you move. I need to control. And I also feel like this is a manifestation of him being a cheater. I feel like he was afraid of what role she would take because it's like, I could lose her because I left Jenn. Why wouldn't she leave me? And I feel like she's above me. So it's like karma playing out. See, this is why, like, when you lose somebody and you're sitting here and you're like, oh my God, they're going to be happy and I'm not. Well, if you lost them because they wouldn't level up, what makes you think they're going to level up with somebody else? And even if they got someone that you think is like better than you, they're probably going to fuck it up like they fucked up your shit with you. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the vibe here. It's like, be careful what you wish for, because it's like he felt inferior to her. And so it's like, I'm trying to make sure that you're more focused on being a mom and you're more focused on doing mom shit and being less in the spotlight, because it's like his masculinity or lack thereof couldn't afford to see her continue to be her best self. I'm sure she did movies while they were together, but I feel like that's why the marriage didn't last long and it fell apart. It's like she would hit all of his wounds, because I feel like, and I'm not trying to drag Jenn, like this is not my intention. I don't have any emotional standings in any of this, but it just feels like Jennifer was more like, I'll tolerate your tomfoolery is what I'm hearing. I never use that. I need to figure out which guide says that. But it's like, I feel like she made more excuses for Brad, whereas Angelina Jolie's giving me like Miley Cyrus can't be tamed energy. And I feel like he hated that and he tried really hard to control her, but she knew all the opportunity that she had and in front of her, and it was like, I'll be damned if I have a man tell me what to do. Like, look at the sex appeal on the chick with this that's in the sun. So it's like, I don't care how you think you're going to move. Like, you can make me sad all you want, but I'll walk away if I need to. Like, you're not going to steal my thunder. Like, that's kind of the vibe of this. So I don't know what the media said, but they were having problems from like day one because he was triggered by the fact that he put her on a pedestal. See, this is why you can't put somebody on a pedestal. Like, work on your self-worth, because you're going to fuck up a good thing. Not saying that this is a good thing, but it might have been. You never know. Some people, some stories start sad, you know. It starts with someone getting hurt, but this was never going to work because he put her on a pedestal and he didn't feel he was good enough, so he wanted to take her down a few notches. Well, here he is again. Karma, you are a beautiful bitch. He did not want to lose her. I feel like it's, you know what it's giving me? I'm being drawn to like Justin Bieber and how like he acts out because he's going through it. But listen, we looked into why, so he's got some solid reasons. But again, work on yourself. I feel like he thought that he was the king bee, I guess. But I feel like she, with that Two of Swords, I almost feel her like fighting back. It'd be like, you're going to tell me how to live? Fuck you. I'm going to do something else anyway. It's giving me Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth. It's like, who the fuck are you to tell me who to be? Like, you can live your life that way. I'll live my life this way. I feel like he was a control freak. And so there were a lot of arguments. Look at this with the Five of Cups. It's drinking. I feel like he kind of drank a lot to suppress the fact that he didn't feel good enough for her, drank to suppress the fact that he couldn't control her. I feel like Jenn allowed a lot more things than Angelina would ever. Like, I'm hearing like, I'll be fucking damned. Like, she's just not the type. Yeah, it's... I definitely think whatever's going on with all of this, isn't there, like, there's still to this day, they're fighting over, like, selling shit. I feel like he's the type, yeah, because I'm hearing the song, Can't Let You Go. I feel like part of the reason this divorce is dragging on so long, yeah, you know what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is, like, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, and how a lot of psychics have read that after the fact, Amber Heard realized that she actually did love Johnny Depp, but because she's a chaotic person, she fucked up a good thing. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from Brad, where it's like, I fucked up a good thing. Like, my insecurities got the best of me. I tried to control you to make sure you wouldn't leave, because when you're a cheater, you assume that other people are. And so it created the demise of their relationship, and I feel like he was emotionally aggressive towards her, trying to control her every move. He would drink to suppress it, but then he was aggressive because of the drinking. And it's giving me the vibe of like a narcissist that, you know what it's reminding me of? Oh, God, I hate to bring up my personal life, but I want you guys to know that I'm human and I do human shit. It's reminding me of an ex that I had who knew that I had this shirt that meant the fucking world to me because I spent $400 to meet Dexter in real life, Michael C. Hall. That man kept that shirt for years as an excuse to talk to me, and then finally told me that his mom threw the fucking shirt out. Like, that's the vibe. It's like, I'm going to keep these properties in limbo. I'm going to keep your life in limbo because I have some sort of attachment to you. That's the fucking vibe. It's like, it's not that I, like, yeah, sure, I'm worried about, like, the lack of money, but I have plenty of money. The problem is I'm not ready to let go of you. I feel like he's the type where it's like, I still want you to be an option. It's giving me the vibe of the guy that you haven't heard from in years, that you had an on again, off again thing with, that texts you at fucking 11 o'clock at night asking if you're up and what you're doing, but it's nothing of substance. That's Brad Pitt. That's the vibe of Brad Pitt. So the reason that things are still in limbo is because he doesn't want to let go. Like, I almost see him sending texts. It's giving me Justin Bieber whiny vibes where it's like, I wouldn't be shocked if he's still trying to like smooth things over with Angelina, where it's like, maybe if I can just get her to be chill, then maybe eventually I can get her to be my friend, and then maybe I can get her back. Like, that's the vibe. This guy's delusional, respectfully. Yeah, because it's not equal give and take. She wants this shit to be over. I feel like he's still trying to talk his sweet nothing way back in, allegedly. Yeah, it's like, he'd benefit from going inwards, but he's not going to do that. It's like, I want to win at all costs. And so if I keep things in limbo, then I haven't technically lost you. Like, I'm being drawn to the flashlight and how it's light, and people are drawn to light, you know, like moths are drawn to lights, whatever. It's like, he doesn't feel like he's good enough. So he fucks up good shit with people. Like, I think this actually could have gone the test of time if he, because it's like chasing your favorite celebrity type of energy, but he couldn't, his wounds got the best of him. So the reason that, I don't know what they're telling you. Again, I'm not here to give you what social media is going to tell you. I'm here to read psychologically into these people. The reason that they're not finishing everything up is because he wants some form of control over her. So if it's like, yep, still don't have the time to sell the house. You know what it's reminding me of? If anyone's seen the movie Sweet Home Alabama, where he just keeps not signing the divorce papers, and it's because he wants to try and long game, try to convince her back. That's the vibe. It's like sending back the divorce papers 1,000,000 times because I want you to want me eventually. Like, that's the fucking vibe. This dude's delusional. I feel like this is why Jennifer really didn't give a fuck, because it's like, karma's a bitch. You're going to see how that shit plays out. And it's like, eat my sloppy seconds, bitch, because you'll see why it didn't work to begin with. I feel like Angelina was handed a dose of realism, because Angelina doesn't want to work in project, and he was, or work in progress. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's like, for her, and with her, it's like, because of the kids, I would rather move in a way that's not chaotic, that's not drama filled. Like, we need to think of the children. Like, let's not get the children involved. It's like, protect the children. I don't want bad press in an ugly fight. Like, I feel like Angelina's seen how other couples break apart in the news, and like the kids get involved, and then they have to probably get bothered in school by it. And Angelina's just like really proud of being a mom. So it's like, how do I end this relationship for good without the kids getting involved in it, without the kids getting hurt from this? And it's like, you always want problems. You want to get other people involved. You don't care if social media is involved. You're acting out. You're drinking. You're doing this. You're doing that. Like, grow up and be a man. We have kids to raise. Like, that's the vibe. That's the fucking vibe. It's like, either be a father or be a fuckboy 50-year-old man with a 20-year-old. Like, that's the vibe. Like, she's like, I don't give a fuck who you're going to be. Just worry about the children. Yeah, he's fucking not handling it well. I wouldn't be shocked if he's like he knows this is over, and it's like, he's probably, you know, sleeping with other people. It wouldn't shock me if he's going young, because I'm seeing Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh my God, that's hilarious. I didn't even mean it that way, but hey, you know, he keeps dating fucking 20-year-olds, so it's kind of giving me the vibe of like, Leo vibes, like Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh my God, why do I keep calling him that? With that 3 of Wands in reverse, it's like, I just heard like getting a nut. So like, I feel like he's looking for, you know, things, aka women, to do, to buy time while he figures out some master plan to win her over. With that Fool in reverse, it's like, I'm not stupid. I'm gonna sleep around because it feels like I'm never gonna get her back, but maybe if I hold her in limbo, this is so manipulative. Maybe if I hold her in limbo and she gets jealous and then she wants me back, like, this guy is toxic. Oh my goodness. You know what's funny is the High Priestess dropped and I heard the song by Britney, I'm Not That Innocent. Ace of Wands. She's just ready to move on. Yeah, that Ace of Cups in reverse. It's like, I just want to start my new projects. I want to be in movies. I want to move on with my life. Can't you just move on? But with that Ace of Cups in reverse, it's like, he can feel that she doesn't want to be with him anymore. And so it's like, let me throw everything. Because I'm seeing like the dartboard in my mind's eye. And it's like, let me throw whatever I can until something sticks. This dude's next level toxic. I'm sorry. Like, I hate this. This is giving me the guy that you broke up with 4 years ago that still texts you. And he's like, yeah, I'm being drawn to an ex of mine that cheated on me. In my defense, I didn't know until after the fact. Not that it's a defense, but whatever. That would message me years later to tell me about like my favorite band having a concert. And listen, I appreciate that because I wanted to know. But at the same time, it's like, I also know why you're doing that. You know, it's not because you want to just be my friend. It's because you want that door open just in case. That's Brad Pitt. It's like, I want the door open just in case, you know? This is why it is not a weak move to block people you don't want in your life anymore. That's a pretty clear way of saying, hey, I deserve better than you and I want a new chapter in my life, and then spirit can bring in better people. That's kind of where, like, if Angelina Jolie had a choice, if he wasn't like the father of her kids or whatever, it'd be like, I will never talk to you again. I will never see you again. I'd be happy if it's, you know what I'm seeing is someone pissing on someone's grave. I think Angelina hates this dude. Hates him. It's like, I'm doing this for the kids, but if I had a choice, I'd fucking destroy you. Like, that's the vibe. Any more cards? Yeah, it's like, I want this fucking cycle to end. Can you move on with that Ace of Cups in reverse? It's like, stop trying to sell me a dream. I feel like he's a simp, like in her DMs or something, but because of the kids, it's like she's not gonna really let everybody know the extent of this. But with that World card, it's like, I'm trying to end this circle, but you won't let go. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song every time I try to leave, something keeps pulling me back. But it's like, it's Brad with the, what you doing text. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like, we've done this. The past, it was ugly. We're done. Like, we don't need to do this anymore. But Brad can't seem to let go because it's like he feels like she's a trophy and he fucked up, which he did fuck up. Like, he fucked up a lot of times. Like, yeah, it's like, just move on so that I can find my peace. Like, that's where Angelina's at, but I feel like he's not over it. I'm hearing Not Over You by Gavin DeGraw. He's not over it. Yeah, Six of Swords is a change. He don't want it. Look at how it's the dad and the kid. It's like, I just want our family back together, but it's like, you already fucked up. Yeah, I'm hearing the song, It's Too Late to Apologize. Empress in reverse. You don't make me happy. You don't make me love myself. You don't support me. You don't support our kids. You're a bad father. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I'm hearing. It's like, you don't, everything is optics for you. Everything is how you look good, and I'm done. Like, that's the vibe. I'm done. Yeah, Nine of Swords in reverse. You stress me out. You cause me so much pain. I'm being drawn to how, like, the plane incident where, like, he acted out. I'm not saying that, you know, when people are at their worst, that's who they really are. I'm just saying that's what they're capable of becoming on their bad days. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, like, for instance, a healthy person, I'd like to think that I am emotionally healthy. If I'm in a really bad headspace, I remove myself from everything and everyone until I work it out on my own. You know, I sit in silence, I work it out. With him, I feel like he just will try to drink it, suppress it, and then it's like, yeah, I'm being drawn to a couple I knew where it's like you reach a certain point of drinking and then you just kind of snap and you become somebody else. And I think that's the problem, is when he drinks, he becomes somebody else. It's more ruthless, more I can't hold back my anger, more aggressive. Like, I see things being thrown. I see words that you can't come back from. Like, when he drinks, he's a different person. And I feel like, I don't know the story. I don't know if she said that there's been more fights like this, but I think there's a pattern here where he drinks and then there's like a switch flip. and then he becomes a completely different, nasty, like all of his anger and everything that he's pent up that he didn't have the balls to say. When he gets drunk, he says it all, and it's shit you can't come back from. What's the back deck? Yeah, King of Swords. It's like he's very methodical about what he says, but here's the problem. People that act like that when they drink, they can't hold back what it is that they've been methodical about because they're in their emotions more than they are in their logic. So I think right now it's like he's trying to paint a picture of like, yeah, we're amicable. It's just things are in the crossroads right now. And Angelina's like, got to protect the kids. Let's play the game. We'll do the long game. It's not like I have to date him. But in reality, it's like this dude don't fucking let go. like notice the justice scales. It's like in his mind, it's like when we're back together. Like this dude's delusional. The Hierophant. What did I say? That's about relationships. He wants her back. The Lover's in reverse, though. It ain't gonna happen. She's done with him. She is done with him. But if he had a choice, he could. But again, even if he did get her back, he would never make her happy because he would still do his same shit. He hasn't changed. That's the problem. This is why we don't go back to people that are like, oh, now that I don't have you, I want you back. I realize what I've lost. Yeah, but they've done no inner work to change why it fell apart to begin with. He has not changed. I don't know who else needs to hear this. Your ex has not changed. Like, you know what I mean? Did they go to therapy? Did they self-reflect? Or did they just realize they miss you? Because that's not going to make a difference. And that's the problem. He realizes he misses her because it's like, oh shit, I lost the family, I lost the children, I lost everything, I want it back, but I don't want to do any work to actually change who I am. Page of Wands, Internet, King of Coins in reverse. Yeah, he absolutely took the emotions right out of her. He drained her. He made her depressed. He made her stressed. He made her... I feel like she might have a little bit of PTSD from this relationship. I feel like she's a very strong woman, but I feel like with this, it's like not trusting men fully anymore. And with that Knight of Coins, it's like something that I put a lot of effort into. I'm now removing myself from because she's just like, I'm ready for new. I want to start something new. I want to build. I want to be happy again. I want to believe in love again. So that's kind of where she's at, yeah. But the heartbreak is still overwhelming her because he won't get, yeah, with the internet, it's like he doesn't let me go. Like that's the vibe. It's like he won't let me go. I still have to deal with all of this. The reason that there's shit still in limbo is so he has a connection to her. Yeah, it's like I don't care how much money is in limbo as long as it keeps me tied to you. So you have to talk to me. That Page of Swords. It's like you have to talk to me. Ha ha ha. And then she's sitting here and she's heartbroken because it's like, I still got to deal with your ass. I hate you. Like that's the vibe. I'm going to end this with love oracles because we have a little bit of time. And then I will call it. So I hope that you guys are enjoying this and subscribe if you haven't already because I appreciate you guys so much. And I'm wishing you all nothing but good things. And yeah, let's do some love oracles to finish this. All right, so we're going to end this with love oracles. I want to start it with 3 for him and Jenn, and then 3 for him and Angelina. And then we'll see what we get. So 3 for him and Jenn. Yeah, that makes sense. Addiction. So he had 3 for him and Jenn. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? For those that are wondering, I burned myself again. Anyway. So for him and Jenn, I think he had addiction problems back then too. I feel like drinking and stuff is how he copes. And again, it's giving me ooh shiny. So does he have any Aries placements? Or well, in the industry, a lot of these people have the ooh shiny. But I feel like with the healing of heart, I feel like Jenn really kind of, she never got over the damage that he caused. You know what I mean? I feel like this kind of shaped her in a way where it was like, I'm never going to let that happen again. So again, I don't really remember who she dates now, if anybody. Was giving me the vibe of like working even harder, like Beyonce grade, working even harder. I think this relationship kind of catapulted her. Like, I don't remember exactly when this was, so forgive me. But I feel like this kind of lit a fire under her in terms of like career, you know, because it's like, I thought I had it all. Yeah, because I'm hearing Rolling in the Deep by Adele. You could have had it all. I kept my heart inside of your hands and you played it or whatever. So it's giving me the vibe of like, fuck this. The next time I date, it might be for optics or it might be for agreements, which we see across a lot of celebrities. But I feel like this one really broke her heart. She intellectualized it, but it did break her heart. And I feel like she was dealing with his addiction problems. She knew that he was cheating, and it was just like, I'm never going to let this happen again. Did she? I don't remember. I don't remember who she's dated, but at least that's the energy that she was in probably still is like, I cannot ever repeat this again. I feel like it did a lot of damage, that it probably took her quite a few years to actually move on. But I feel like part of the moving on that helped her was the spite, because it was like, you have no idea what you just took from me. It wasn't even anything good. Like, I'm being drawn to my fool's gold, where it's like, sure, it looks like gold, but it's not. Like, that's the vibe. So from Jennifer's perspective, it's like, yeah, he was a piece of shit. He had like wandering eye syndrome, grass is greener. He had addiction problems, and he really just broke my heart. So next, like, that's the vibe. What's the back deck? Yeah, he made her feel like she's not enough. And considering that this is going to be the back deck for the whole thing, I feel like he has a habit of making women feel this way, where it's like, I'm big, you're small, I'm right, you're wrong, there's nothing you can do about it. From Matilda, like, that's what I'm seeing. It's like he tries to make women feel less than so that he can feel like he's on top of shit. Like, this dude's allegedly a fuckboy. Okay. Him and Angelina. She knew. It's like she knew that it was all talk, no action. She knew that it wasn't a healthy love. She was smart. It's like, you know what I'm hearing is a song, I Got Your Man, and you can't do anything about it. But then it was like, oh shit, I got your man. Like, you know what I mean? It's like stealing somebody's man and then realizing why he was stealable in the first place, because he ain't shit. Yeah, I'm hearing the song, These Boys Ain't Shit. And then camera in the reverse. It's like, I'm not learning. It's like, I stole a man from somebody and I expected him to be good to me. Like, why? Like, common sense says that if you could steal a man, then he's obviously going to do fuck shit to you. So I feel like with this relationship, for her, it was like, oh, you're never going to be what I need. If I could steal you from somebody else, then of course you're going to be a piece of shit, because you already showed me that you are one. So every emotionally loving thing you do, I can't trust it. I don't trust you. I don't trust how you move. It's not unconditional. It's conditional when it comes to you. And I see right through you. I feel like Angelina very quickly saw right through him. Didn't they have a short marriage? Because it's like, oh shit, I see you. You know, like, that's kind of the vibe. And also with the camera in reverse, I feel like he compared the two, or, you know, because I'm seeing somebody on Instagram looking at pictures of women and being like, why can't you be like this? Why can't you be like that? I feel like he had a tendency of like pitting women against each other so that they don't look at like the common denominator. Like, I read a book recently where like the man was cheating, but the wife and the girlfriend ended up being friends, because the common problem is the man. Like, as long as you're not intentionally doing shit, although I feel like Angelina to an extent did it intentionally, but it's like the common denominator is the piece of shit dude, right? So I feel like she very quickly realized that, like, oh shit, what I got was not really worth it. You know what I mean? Let's see if there's any additional information. Allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. I feel like there was a point, I don't know if she did it. If she did, I don't think there's any record of it, but I do feel like Angelina wanted to talk to Jenn. Because remember how I was like, you know, like the two women should come together when stuff like this happens? It's kind of giving me the vibe of like wanting to meet up, to compare stories, to figure out. It's giving me the vibe of like, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Like, that's the type of vibe here. I feel like at one point, Angelina did want to talk to Jenn, because it's like, I fucked up, but also like, was he like this with you? Because I feel like I'm trapped. Like, that's the vibe, which you'd have a lot of balls to do that. But I feel like it was just something she wanted to do, because it was like, if he's this awful to me, then he must have been this awful to you. So maybe you'll have some kind of, what's the word, spirit? You'll have some sympathy for me because you've been through it too. Like, say that you're in a physically abusive relationship and then your man leaves you for somebody else, and then someone else gets physically abused. Now imagine that person coming to you and be like, did he do this to you too? Like, I know that I fucked up, but like, I'm being hurt. Did he hurt you too? So yeah, and I'm being drawn to the movie enough. I think it's enough with J-Lo, where like she's being physically abused. So is there any rumors that he put his hands on her? Because if he didn't, he definitely came close. Like, it's giving me the vibe of the guy that like punches the wall 6 inches from your face so that he keeps you in check. Like, I'm not hurting you, but I could. Like, I feel like this guy's very toxic. Like, I don't, allegedly, no facts here. How could I possibly know? I'm sure Brad Pitt's a lovely person. But it's just giving me the vibe of like, I don't feel like I'm in control of my life, so I'm going to scare people so that they feel like I'm in control, because in reality, I'm a broken, scared little boy. Like, that's the fucking vibe. This is the guy you don't want, okay? Yeah, what did I say? I feel like she wanted to talk to Jenn. But I also think she did talk to her own friends, too, and was like, dude, what should I do? Like, this guy is horrible. Like, am I crazy? Like, should I stay together? Because I'm seeing, like, stay together for the kids. It's like, should I stay together? Should I make this work? I feel like the girls are like, no, he's a piece of shit. You need to go. Because I'm hearing that saying, but I'm going to butcher it, where it's like something, colors don't change or whatever. Sorry, channel no brain. Yeah, it's like, you're not my soulmate. I put you on this pedestal. I thought that we were, yeah, because it's right under the seduction card, too. It's like we had this chemistry, but chemistry is just chemistry. Like, you want to marry your best friend. You want to marry somebody that understands you. You want to marry somebody that you can be yourself around and they love yourself, not the image you portray. And I feel like he fell in love with, like, the seduction of her, like how she's a sexy woman. Like, I'm in the group, you know, like I know a sexy woman when I see one. She's pretty hot. But, you know, I didn't like her because I don't like homewreckers. But that being said, I mean, homewreckers can't wreck homes if the home is already on bad foundation. You know what I mean? So I feel like she was very quickly woken up to the truth. And I think she wanted to talk to Jenn, but she didn't move that way. So she talked to her friends instead. It was just kind of the vibe of like, you know, like hashtag me too. Like, did you go through what I went through? But I don't think she had the balls to, because it's like you stole her man. So separation reverse. I feel like she tried to keep it going as long as humanly possible, but it was just kind of killing her inside. We're not really shocked, right? Butterfly in reverse. I can't grow with you. Not shocked. I felt like he probably stifled like her abilities to do so. I feel like part of her having so many kids, I think she wanted the kids, don't get me wrong, but I think part of him was like, yeah, you should get more, but it's like, so you stay out of the spotlight, because I don't want people lusting over you the way that I did. Like, that's the vibe. It's like, I want to stunt your financial growth, your career growth, because I can't handle other men being into you. That's the type of man he is. Ew. I feel like she wants to start dating again, but a little bit of her is scarred, and then a little bit of her is like, this ex is still in my fucking life, and I have all of this baggage, and how could I ever date again? And I can't really blame her, but I also feel that he acts like he's the only thing that'll make her happy. He's got one of those God complexes where it's like, you'll never move on. You'll never find better than me. Like, I almost hear him being like, you'll never love better. You'll never find someone good for our kids. How dare, like, it's just very like, he's got a lot of wounds. Everybody's got wounds, but this is how they manifest. Anything else, Spirit, before I move on? Yeah, I feel like she tried really hard, and he forced it, where it was like, they stayed together as long as she could possibly hold out, because I just see him like apologizing, repeat, treating her like shit, drinking too much, acting out, breaking shit, apologizing the next day, and it's like rinse, wash, repeat until she had enough. Yeah, it's like, I'm going to try to talk you out of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, but the cycle had to end. She was done. This guy is toxic. Yeah, it's like he enjoys trying to make women feel like they're not enough, because in reality, he doesn't feel enough. So here's the thing, in case none of y'all knew this, we're going to end it on this. People that try to make you feel like you're not enough, they themselves feel like they're not enough. Because, I mean, there are people that feel not enough and will still, like, ego boost you. Hey, I have my moments where I don't feel like I'm enough too. But I still love myself. But there are a lot of people that if they don't feel like they're enough, they're going to want to, like, take you off your throne, because they'll see you as a threat. And he saw her as a threat because it's like, well, I cheated and left, so why wouldn't you cheat and leave? That's the vibe. The snake, yeah, this dude's he's a manipulator. That's what he does. In fact, I wouldn't be shocked if he had girls in his back pocket when he was with her too. Date in reverse. I could see him canceling shit, being like, oh, I can't be there, I got this and that, but the rules didn't apply for him. Like, he would do fuck shit, but then when the time came for him to step up, he didn't do it either. Yeah, I just feel like he held shit over her head. Like if we work together, we could be together, and we'll get married, and we'll do this, and we'll do that. And she fell for the fantasy and the illusion, but he was never going to be a good man. Yeah, it's like he had these tendencies. This reminds me of, this is how relationships come into play when they're karmic. Karma, you know what I mean? she stole a man because she probably didn't feel good enough within herself, because that's the only type of person that steals a man. And then it was a mirror, because it's like not all that glitters is gold. Yeah, it's like the love wasn't really there. It's like what you bought because you thought it would fill a gap, and then you get it. You order it on Amazon because you're like, this is going to make me feel better. And then you buy it, and then you're like, oh, I don't feel better. And it's because you're the one that's supposed to make you feel better. It's not going to be something. It's not going to be somebody else. And I think Angelina Jolie very quickly realized that taking a man from somebody else was not going to make her feel better about herself. She's got to do that. So that's why their shit's still in limbo. This is why this divorce is taking forever. It's because he does not want to let her go. It's giving me Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez vibes. Like, if I still have some form of connection to you, at least you have to talk to me. At least we're still not fully over. It's like I want to keep that door open. That's kind of where Brad's at, mentally at least, allegedly. So if you guys enjoyed this reading, please give it a like. It really does support my page. Thank you to everybody that comments down below. I love reading your comments, guys. I appreciate y'all so much, especially the ones that call me bestie back. Like, you guys have no idea how much that melts my fucking heart. Like, I love it so much. I always want to create a safe, loving place where we can all just better understand people, why they behave the way that they do, why we behave the way that we do, so that we can evolve and level up and get better and bigger in our lives, because we all deserve it. So if you guys want, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. All the links are down below. You'll be the first to know about new videos. If you want to book a personal reading with me, same links or my email, but just letting you guys know I am booked out about 7 days in advance. So the sooner you reach out, the better. And I apologize for the wait, but I'm only one person. But as always, besties, please stay safe. Please keep choosing yourself. Never let a man manipulate your life, or a woman, whatever gender. Who cares? People can be manipulative, and you all deserve the best, so never forget it. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you to everybody that likes, subscribes, comments down below. Share it with your friends if you enjoyed. And I will see you guys next time. So thank you so much for watching, besties.
The Comic PM.